EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Denver Broncos. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Already here, they'll audible to something else. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Get it.
To throw is Nix. Setting up the screen for Harvey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Second and 16. And now an audible here into something else. Here's Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 2.
Captain. Hey, Sean, let's go. To the right, yeah. Bombers.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. Here's Nix. That's to his running back, complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Nix to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a 1st down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football. Captain.
to throw. Here's Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Motion, motion. Ready.
Nick's going to give to Harvey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Oh, my son. Ready. Nice choice, boy.
Once more with Harvey. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Colts are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. If you look at this Bronco defense, they're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. And then,
his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, this defense for the Colts, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now it's Nix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
Captain. Farmers.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. He'll find the rookie here from Texas Tech. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Nix to the air. On the slant.
Now the ball comes loose. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Again, it's Taylor.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old Malibrock? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run straight ahead with Harvey.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The Broncos had 5 and 6 to start play. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Again, it's Harvey. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Harvey.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8. And now they'll shift things around. On the give, it's Harvey. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing Nix. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. DeForest Buckner able to record his 5th sack of the season. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
Let's go for a Colts. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Lets one go downfield for Pierce. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Now this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Down the field, he's got Warren. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's another Colts 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for Pearson, he's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a 2nd and 2. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Looking to throw. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it.
Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Tyler Warren, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a 2nd and 10.
And
it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
At the 37-yard line.
Now they'll audible to something else. Harvey now on 1st and 10. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Nix. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a run with Harvey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Nix from the shotgun. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Hey, Sean, let's go! To the right. Ready? Bombers, bombers, bombers.
From the gun on 3rd down. Nix. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going. It's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. That one's a milestone. Touchdown number 150 for his great career. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 28-0. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point. And on the throw left side is complete on the diving effort. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
At the 42-yard line.
Olay, olay, olay. Captain, 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 captain. Bombers, bombers, bombers. Chill, chill, chill. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay. Olay, olay, olay.
Working out of the gun is Nix. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Ready? Drill. Away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This is taken at the 18. Oh, he shifts past him. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the 2nd half. They're just looking good hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight. He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed.
Set. 1918.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, their defense has really struggled.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Oh, captain.
Looking to throw. Nix.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to...